What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards Everywhere here, bring you another weekly league deck profile. I've gone with a Natural Monuments deck using the new card Nzinga of Ndongo. I think it's quite an interesting card for a one of history. So I'll give you a quick rundown of the deck and we'll jump into a game. So first up is the Door to Hell. On the draw, your cards in hand burn 50 until played and gain 50 power this turn. Next up is Fly Geyser. On the play, your cards adjacent and opposite this card gain 25 power this turn. Next we have Grand Prismatic Spring. On the play, for every non-science album in your deck, your Natural Monuments cards, wherever they are, gain 4 power until played. Next we have Krishna's Butterball. On the play, if played in the middle slot, the card opposite this loses 50 power this turn, and 9 of your random Natural Monuments and 9 of your random Weird World cards, wherever they are, gain 23 power until played. Next is Vinkunka. On the draw, if your deck contains at least one card from each album, your Majestic Mountains, Natural Monuments, and Hidden Gems cards, wherever they are, gain 22 power until played. Next is Rain's Drangar. On the draw, if your deck has 3 or more Norse mythology cards, your Natural Monuments cards, wherever they are, gain 25 power until played. Then we have 7 Coloured Earths. On the play, if it's after round 2, your cards in hand gain 26 power this turn. Next, Giant's Causeway. On the return, your opponent's cards, wherever they are, lose 20 power next turn. And if you win the turn, they lose another 10 power next turn. Then we have Cyclopean Isles. On the play, your original Odyssey cards, wherever they are, gain 29 power until played. And on the return, your Natural Monuments cards, wherever they are, cost -1 energy for 4 turns. This deck does cut it very close with the energy, so this card helps a lot. Next we have the Mythic, the Theory of Everything. On the play, if at least 6 cards in your deck are from different albums, your Science cards in hand gain 24 power permanently. Then we have another Mythic, Lightspeed Travel. On the draw, if your deck has 9 or more space cards, your Science cards, or 9 or more Science cards, your Science cards, wherever they are, gain 10 power permanently. Next we have Heimdall. On the return, if at least 6 cards in your deck are from different albums, your cards, wherever they are, gain 30 power this round. Next we have Sakti. On the play, your Natural Monuments cards in hand gain 26 power for 2 turns. And then we have Hell. On the play, if you have lost 2 rounds this game, your cards in hand gain 55 power this turn. Can be a handy comeback card, otherwise it's fairly mediocre. Next we have Yellow Jacket. At the start of a turn, your opponent's cards in hand lose 5 power until played. And on the play, your opponent's cards in hand lose 24 power this turn. Then we have the new card, Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamamba. On the draw, for every history card in your opponent's hand, your non-history cards in hand gain 5 power until played. And on the play, if it's the only history card in your deck, 8 of your random non-history cards, wherever they are, gain 18 power until played. So the play effect is quite good for only a one of in the deck. And the draw effect can come in handy if you do happen to come across, say, the Egyptian Ancient Egypt deck or something along those lines. Second to last, we have Arthur Pelura. On the play, your opponent's cards in hand with 45 or more base power lose 30 power this turn and the next turn. And last up we have Sea Sheep. On the play, your opponent's cards in hand with 41 or more base power lose 30 power this turn. So I played a few games with this deck. It is fairly consistent. The only thing it has trouble against is the tiny decks, since Arthur Pelura and Sea Sheep have pretty much no effect on them. But other than that, it holds its own against any other deck I have come across. So here we go into the game. It's a real opponent, so it'll be a good test of the deck. So we'll give a hello to start with. And we'll go with Yellow Jacket, the Arthur Pelura, and the 7 coloured Earths. So I'm not sure what he's playing yet. It could be a 9-9 deck, since the Linux kernel is probably not that useful in a Statue of Liberty deck. But we'll see how it goes. So we'll go with Nzinga, the Sakti, and I think I'll go with the Theory of Everything. Unfortunately, our cards are not lined up too great, so we might lose this first round, but I think we can come back. So it does appear to be a 9 Arts and Culture and 9 Science card deck the opponent is playing. We'll see what kind of consistency it has. So I think we will go with the cheapest hand we can. I did want to line up the Rainy and the Fly Geyser for Sakti. So we lose the first round, but I'm not too worried. We have Heimdall to come back next round, and we should have Door to Hell next round as well. So here we go, round 2. There is the Cyclopean Isles. It's a great card for this deck. So we get it around as quickly as we can so we can get the most out of it. So we're not too far behind, so I think Heimdall will be able to get us by for the rest of this round. And we have some good cards coming up as well. There's the Door to Hell. So we go Giant's Causeway, the Butterball, and the Door to Hell as well for a 542. A 611 in all. That should put us way ahead, and we could probably only play 2 cards next turn if we wanted to conserve a bit of energy. Which I think I might do. So we go with the Grand Prismatic Spring and the Vinkunka. It is enough to win the turn. Looks like the opponent is playing the Wellington Pocket Watch combo. It's quite a good combo in the right deck. So there's round 2 in the bag for us. We'll see if we can get the next 2 rounds in a row. So there's the 7 coloured Earths. We'll get that right around. We'll play Nzinga and the Lightspeed Travel. A strong hand from the opponent. I don't know if we'll be able to come back for this round, but we'll do our best to make it happen. So we'll play the Yellow Jacket, the Arthur Pelura, and the Sakti. Actually, I'll play the Rainy for a 286. And maybe the Sakti next turn with the Theory of Everything. So we are still quite far behind. I don't see us coming back this round. So we'll go with the Cyclopean Isles, the Sakti, and the Theory of Everything. So we might struggle a bit on the final round. So I think I will save Heimdall next turn for the final round. And since we lost 2 games, we can get Hell around. So I'm going to go with Hell, the Fly Geyser, and the Giant's Causeway for a 507 start. That will hopefully be enough to get well ahead this round, and we can save some of our good cards for the last round. So the Giant's Causeway will help out a lot. Unfortunately, we drew the Door to Hell now. So I'll just go with a hand like this for a 445. More than enough to stay ahead. And if we draw anything decent, I might hold it back for next turn. We'll see what comes around. There is the 7 coloured Earths. So I think I'll just go with a 182 hand. We won't be drawing the Fly Geyser, but we will draw Hell. So I think that'll be more than enough. The opponent went for a big hand, so hopefully that will put him behind a bit. He will be drawing the Jet Car next round, so that's something we do have to watch out for. So we'll play the strongest cards we can. There's the Lightspeed Travel. So we'll go straight into it. Heimdall, Vinkunka, and 7 coloured Earths. So unfortunately we lost the turn, but with Heimdall boost, I think we will be okay for the rest of the game. There's our Cyclopean Isles again. I think I will play the Arthur Pelura to try and get the maximum effect out of it. And hopefully the Cyclopean Isles will make our cards cheap enough to play everything we need to. We should be drawing Hell right now with some other stuff. So there's our Hell, the Yellow Jacket, and I suppose the Theory of Everything for a 457. I think it is enough. Yes, it is. So there we have it. It'll give a good game. It is a very consistent deck. I've only lost 1 game to a tiny deck, and I've also beaten the tiny deck, so it's a bit of a 50-50 when you do come across it. But other than that, I'd say this will be enough to get you into rank 1. So if you can make the deck, go ahead and do so. The code will be in the description. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It does help me grow. And I think we'll leave it there. Cards everywhere, out.